Welcome to the Kitsap Publishing Deep Dive podcast with myself, Jack Bennett, and Emily Waters. Join us as we explore books, current events, history, politics, health, and more. Let's dive in.
All right, so we're diving into Thistlebone,
Oh,
this novel that blends music, mystery, and Native American culture. And
Oh, we've got a lot to unpack.
yeah, we're going right into the book itself.
Yeah.
No theories or anything, just what's in the story.
It's fascinating how Donaldson really gets into this whole idea of tradition versus change.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got this really suspenseful mystery,
Yeah.
but it's also like a window into
Right.
a whole community, a tribe
Yeah.
trying to deal with
Yeah.
some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, it really is. And speaking of heavy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
let's introduce some of these characters.
Okay.
Starting with Big Tom Mooney,
Yeah.
who's our protagonist.
Yeah.
He's this retired cop
Mhm.
who's now a music scout.
Oh, yeah.
But he's also really connected to his roots
Right.
with the Suquamish tribe.
He's almost like he's a bridge between the modern world
Right.
and the traditions of his people.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets the law enforcement side of things, but he's also got this deep understanding
Yeah.
of the cultural dynamics at play on the reservation. It's like
Yeah.
he's the only one who can really make sense of this whole mess.
Right. And then, of course, we have Nancy Thistlebone,
Right, the musician.
a rising star, super talented singer-songwriter.
And about to come into some serious money, right?
Yeah. She's about to inherit a fortune, which makes her a target.
Which is never good.
But her music,
Yeah.
it speaks to her strength.
It makes you wonder if her music is like foreshadowing.
Yeah. Does it foreshadow the
Yeah.
tough stuff she's going to face?
Right. Because this inheritance,
Yeah.
it's not just about money.
No.
It's about a legacy.
Yeah.
It's a responsibility to her tribe.
Right.
But it could also be really dangerous
Yeah.
if it falls into the wrong hands. Donaldson's really good at that.
Yeah.
Dropping these little seeds of doubt,
Yeah.
makes you question everything.
And just when you thought it couldn't get more complicated,
Right. What's he throwing there?
we got Opano Franklin,
Oh, yeah.
who
This
is
guy, right?
Nancy's half-brother.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, shows up.
Like, hey, I'm your brother.
Yeah, and he's flashing these Navy intelligence credentials.
Super mysterious. Like, what's his deal?
And he's warning Nancy about the danger?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
Is he legit?
is he really looking out for her, or is there something else going on?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, and then we have Spreckles, this guy from Tom's past,
Spreckles, oh yeah.
who's connected to the tribe,
Okay.
but also a total wild card.
He's like a loose cannon, that one. You never know what he's going to do next.
Yeah.
Donaldson's good at creating those unpredictable characters.
Right.
The ones that keep you guessing.
Yeah.
Is he going to be a help or a hindrance?
Right.
Who knows with Spreckles? He's just trouble.
A very mysterious character.
You know you can't trust him,
Yeah.
but you can't look away either.
Right.
He's like a car crash you can't look away from.
Yeah. So things are getting complicated. And then Donaldson throws in this thing called the Pool-sak incident,
Oh, yeah?
which is a flashback
Right.
to when Tom was a deputy.
Mm-hmm.
And it involves violence, Spreckles,
Of course.
tribal members, law enforcement.
Yeah, it's like this open wound,
Yeah.
this traumatic event that still hangs over everyone.
Right. And you don't really know
Right.
if it was just a random act of violence or
Exactly.
something more,
Was it planned? Who was behind it?
Yeah.
So many questions.
Yeah. And then there's that whole thing with the cars
Oh, yeah, the car thing.
with Cowboy,
Cowboy and the Subaru.
where he sells his Subaru
Right.
and then starts seeing Subarus everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they're following him or something.
Yeah. It's like,
It's creepy,
yeah.
but also kind of funny in a weird way.
Yeah. And then he starts hearing voices in the woods,
Right.
Which
Like-
is-
like full-on voices.
Yeah.
Not just the wind or anything.
like actual voices,
That is creepy.
which suggests some sort of
Oh, yeah.
supernatural
Definitely supernatural, right?
element.
Like, is it the ancestors trying to warn them?
Yeah.
Or is it something more sinister?
Right.
Maybe something trying to mislead them,
Yeah. And as if things weren't complicated enough.
right? Because it wasn't complicated enough already.
We've got this new drug that comes up, frack.
Vrac, yeah. That's bad news.
And it's linked to all this violence.
Yeah, it's bad
And
here.
it seems to be targeting Navy personnel.
Which is interesting, right? Because we've got Opano, the Navy guy,
Right.
maybe there's a connection there.
Yeah, could be another piece of the puzzle.
It's like Donaldson's dropping all these little hints,
Right.
making you put the pieces together.
Yeah, and then we have the glow room meeting.
Oh, the glow room meeting. That's a good one.
Where Tom comes face to face with the tribal elders,
Okay.
federal agents, Okano,
Everyone's coming together.
Chief Bigelow.
Right, right.
And it's like...
High stakes.
Yeah.
Everybody's got secrets. Everyone's got an agenda.
Yeah. And then, you know who turns out to not be who we thought he was?
Who? Don't tell me Spreckles.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew that guy was up to something.
Spreckles is actually Chuck Aldeska.
Okay, hold on. Back up. Chuck Aldeska. That name rings a bell.
He's a really important figure from the tribe's past.
Right. The guy they wrongly accused.
Right.
And ran out of town.
Right.
Oh, wow. So he's back.
And he's Nancy's brother.
Whoa. This just got good.
Yeah.
So Spreckles or Chick or whoever,
Right.
He's not just some random troublemaker.
He's trying to protect his family.
Wow. Talk about a twist.
Yeah, it's a big one.
This changes everything.
And if that wasn't enough,
Right, there's more.
this whole time,
Yeah.
Okano,
Yeah, the Navy guy.
he's a fake.
Whoa. Seriously.
Yeah.
So we've been dealing with an imposter this whole time.
An imposter.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
It makes you think, how often does something like this happen in real life?
Right. Like, how many people are out there pretending to be someone they're not
Exactly.
to take advantage of other people?
It's a scary thought.
Yeah. And in this case, it's not just about the inheritance anymore.
All right, what's he
It's-
really after?
It's about power,
Yeah.
about exploiting the tribe, their resources, their traditions, everything.
Donaldson really hits on something important here,
Yeah.
the struggles that indigenous communities face, trying to hold on to their heritage
Yeah.
while navigating this modern world
Right.
that's trying to take it all away.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking, but really important to talk about.
Yeah, and even with all this going on, all this darkness, you see how strong family is in this story.
Right. They really come together.
Tom and Cowboy,
Yeah.
they put everything on the line to protect Nancy and the tribe.
They really do.
And then you have Chick
Yeah, the brother who came back.
stepping up to protect his family, too.
It's like no matter what, family's got your back.
Right. Blood or not.
Exactly.
It's really powerful.
It is.
And as we head into that final confrontation with the fake Opano and his people,
And that final showdown.
you realize it's about more than just survival at that point.
Right, it's bigger than that.
It's about the soul of the tribe.
Yeah, it's about who they are.
Protecting what they believe in.
And the music, it plays a huge part in that,
Yes.
right? Nancy's songs, they become this anthem of hope and defiance.
Yeah, it's like her music is giving them the strength to keep fighting.
Exactly. It's like their cultural identity all wrapped up in those melodies.
Yeah, and even with the threat of violence and everything, you still get this sense of hope.
Right. They're going to be okay.
Like, no matter what happens, their spirit won't be broken.
That's what I love about Donaldson's writing.
Yeah.
He doesn't sugarcoat the tough stuff, but he also shows you the strength that can come from facing those challenges head on.
Right. It's inspiring.
It really is.
So Thistlebone, it's a story about family,
Yeah.
about community,
Resilience.
and never giving up on what you believe in.
Beautifully said.
It's been a great deep dive, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And, it makes you think about those strange things that happened, the car thing, the voices.
Yeah, the supernatural stuff.
Right. Could that have been the imposters doing too?
Yeah.
Trying to mess with them,
It's like maybe there's more to those events than meets the eye.
Right, exactly. Like what we think is supernatural is maybe just a different way of understanding the world.
Right, like knowledge that's been passed down through generations.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
Donaldson's telling us to look deeper,
Yeah,
to question what we think we know.
well said. So we've gone through the twists and turns of Thistlebone, met these really complex characters,
Yeah, they were something else.
and really explored these important themes like tradition versus progress and the power of storytelling.
Absolutely. And it stays with you, Donaldson's stories, they really make you think.
They do. They make you think about the world around you in a whole new way. And that's the power of a good story, isn't it?
It really is.
Thank you for listening to the Kitsap Publishing Deep Dive Podcast. Emily Waters and I will see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.